You ever look at someone who's really successful financially and just wonder, what's their secret? Is it luck? Are they just smarter? Well, according to Harv Eker, it's none of that. The real secret isn't out there somewhere, it's actually deep inside our own minds. And really, getting that one idea, that could change absolutely everything for you.
I mean, just think about it for a second. We're always told to chase the next big thing, right? The perfect job, the hot new investment, another degree. But what if all that chasing is just us spinning our wheels? What if we're ignoring the one thing that's actually running the show?
And this is the heart of Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. The whole idea is that our internal world, our thoughts, our beliefs, that subconscious programming is what literally creates our external financial reality. It's a pretty radical thought, but honestly, it's the key to the whole puzzle. I love this quote. It just flips the entire script, doesn't it? Wealth isn't something you go out and get. It's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who can handle it. Your bank account is really just a mirror reflecting your own personal growth.
So, okay, how does this internal world actually work? Well, Eker has a name for it, our money blueprint. And you can think of it like this hidden program running in the background of your mind, making all your financial decisions for you before you even realize it.
He uses this really simple but brilliant analogy. We all want better results in life. Those are the fruits. More money, a nicer car, more freedom. But we spend all our time and energy focused on those fruits when the real creative power is totally invisible. It's down in the roots. So what is this money blueprint, really? Well, it's basically a collection of every single belief and attitude about money that you've ever absorbed. From your parents, from your friends, from the culture you grew up in. It's all this subconscious programming that got installed without you even knowing it was happening. And here's where it gets really powerful. This blueprint acts like a financial thermostat. So let's say your internal thermostat is set for, $50,000 a year. Even if you suddenly win the lottery, chances are you'll find a way to get right back down to that level. Why? Because that's your comfort zone. To actually change your wealth, you've got to reset the whole thermostat. So how does this blueprint actually control what we do? Well, it kicks off this powerful chain reaction, and it all starts with our thoughts about money. And of course, those thoughts, they trigger our feelings. Our feelings then drive us to take certain actions. And you guessed it, those actions are what create our results. Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, actions lead to results. Seems like the whole story, right? Well, not quite. The most important piece is still missing. And this is it. This is the whole ballgame. The most critical part of the whole formula is the one we can't see. It's our programming. That's what dictates our thoughts in the first place. So to really, truly change your results, you can't just try to change your actions. You have to go all the way back to the beginning, and you have to rewrite the code itself. All right, so if our programming is the problem, how in the world do we rewrite the code? Eker gives us these incredible mindset shifts he calls wealth files. And the very first one, the one that everything else is built on, is taking absolute 100% control. This slide just nails the difference. Are you the driver of your own life, or are you just a passenger along for the ride? See, the wealthy have this core belief, I create my life. They take full responsibility. But people who struggle financially often have a passenger mindset, where they're always blaming something else, the economy, their boss, you name it. They're playing the victim. But as Eker says, you can never, ever be a wealthy victim. You have to pick one. Okay, so you've taken the driver's seat. Awesome. Now, the next question is, what game are you actually playing? And believe me, this distinction is absolutely crucial. Most people play the money game on defense. Their main goal is just survival. It's about security. Just have enough to pay the bills. They're playing not to lose. But rich people, they play to win. Their goal isn't just to get by, it's massive wealth and abundance. It seems like a small change in words, but it makes for a massive change in your future. And if you're going to play to win, it requires this: 100% commitment. It's not enough to just want to be rich. Eker says you have to commit to being rich. That means you're willing to do whatever it takes. No excuses, no ifs, no buts, no maybes. This is what he calls the warrior's way. And that kind of commitment, well, it isn't a one-time decision you make. It's something you have to sustain. And that leads us to the final, crucial mindset shift, understanding that success is a process of continuous, never-ending growth. Wow, this quote says it all, doesn't it? See, the most dangerous phrase in any language is, I already know that. The second you think you know it all, your growth just stops dead in its tracks. The rich understand this. They are eternal students. So what does that actually look like? Well, for one, they don't shrink away from problems. They grow themselves to become bigger than their problems. They don't get jealous or resentful of other successful people. They admire them and they try to learn from them. They don't wait for fear to magically disappear. They feel the fear and do it anyway. And they are always, always learning. When you see how the rich are committed to growth, it leads you to this incredibly empowering idea. You are not your programming. You're not defined by your past. You have the power right now to consciously rewrite your own story and install a brand new financial blueprint. And here's the game plan. It's a 3-step process. First, awareness. You just have to realize the programming is there. You can't change what you don't know exists. Second, understanding. Figure out where these money beliefs actually came from. And third, and this is the big one, reconditioning. This is where you consciously choose new ways of thinking and acting that actually serve you, and you practice them until they become your new normal. And that really brings us full circle to the ultimate takeaway from all of this. The goal isn't just about having more money in the bank. The real goal is to grow yourself into a bigger, more capable, more resilient person. The money, that's just a result of the person you've become. So I want to leave you with this question. If your old programming is what got you to where you are today, and you now know that you have the power to choose new thoughts, what is the very first one you are going to choose to change? Because your new financial life, it begins with that one single choice.